Good afternoon, children. A very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you all are healthy. You all are well enough within your homes. Now, today is a grammar class and we are starting with a new chapter. Now, what is the chapter we are starting today? Before going to the chapter which we want to do today, I'll be just introducing you all to tenses. So I hope you all understand we will be doing a part of tense. Now, first of all, what is tense? What do we learn when we learn tense? Okay, tense is a part of grammar, which is a form of a verb. It is generally used to denote the time of an action. This is what is tense. Now let me come up to the next part. Now what are the three types of tenses? The present tense, the past tense and the future tense. Now here we will first know what is present tense. Present tense is used to denote an action that happens now. That is present tense. An action that happens now. What is past tense, children? Past tense denotes an action that took place earlier. An action that took place earlier. It might be an hour ago, it might be a day ago, or it might be a long past ago. It's all past tense. And next, what is future tense? Future tense denotes an action that is yet to happen. It might happen in the just near future, after 1 second, or 1 hour, or even a day. It's all in future tense. So I hope you all understood what is present, past, and future tense. Now coming up to the next part of our lesson today. What are we learning today? Since present tense, the chapter in your book, that's chapter 6, has been done, we are starting with past tense today. Chapter 7 in your grammar book. That is our lesson for today. Past tense. Chapter 7 in your grammar book. Now, what is past tense? Past tense, as I told you all earlier, it denotes an action that took place earlier. Now, that's what is past tense. For example, I might say, I worked very hard yesterday. So, that's a sentence in a past tense. Now, coming up to our main part of our lesson today. We have got simple past tense to be learnt today. Now, what is simple past tense? We will be learning only about simple past tense today. So, for a definition, the simple past tense is used to indicate an action that completed in the past. Now, I will be going through a thorough explanation with many sentences in simple past tense. Just follow me here. simple past tense. What is the simple past tense? What did I say? Simple past tense. We use simple past tense to talk about finished actions, states, or habits. The simple past tense is the basic form of past tense in English. The time of the action can be in the recent past or the distant past. An action in the past. We use the simple past tense to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. She studied English. James played basketball yesterday. We do not have to mention the specific time every time, but we have a specific time in mind. Series of completed actions in the past. If you want to talk about a series of completed actions in the past, you can use simple past. I walked out at the gym. I took a shower and went to school. With most verbs, the past tense is formed by adding ed, as I said beforehand. Some verbs are irregular in the simple past. Here are the most common ones. Just see here. Be turns into was and were, go into went, know, knew, give, gave, have into had. Make into made, think into thought, buy into bought, get into got, and say into said. This is what when we turn into simple past. In the positive form, I walked, as I said all in your life classes. He, she, or it walked. In the negative form, I did not work. In the interrogative form, did I work? Did she work? Now let's take a look at some examples. I went to theatre last weekend. Went is simple past. Tim studied hard and passed the test. Studied and passed, both simple past. He was in Japan. He was in Japan, as I said, y'all. She bought him a car. Bought. The word bought is in past tense. He was worn out when he got home. Was. This is in past tense. He was. I saw a house with a green roof. I saw. Saw is in past tense. Did you take a bath? Did you? It's a past tense, simple past tense. Josh prepared snacks beforehand. Prepared. This total sentence is in simple past. How did you use it? How did? Sentence is totally in simple past. He met his wife in the year 1984. We use the verb met, which is in simple past. They came from France to see me last night. The word came is in simple past. We tried to cheer her up by taking her out. Tried. The word tried, simple past. He played the violin 2 hours ago. The word played is in simple past. I didn't see her boyfriend yesterday. Did not. Did not is in simple past. He admitted his mistakes. Admitted. When we say admitted, it's in simple past tense. Tom got back from the library at 5. Got back. So when I use got back, it's in past tense. Jane looked at me. Jane looked at me. The total sentence is in simple past. Looked, the verb looked is in simple past. So a lot of sentences has been discussed with y'all today here. Hope y'all will not have any problem with simple past tense in your past tense form. Now coming up to an exercise which you have in your book. Let me just move my slide. Just see here. In your book, this is an exercise which has been given. Complete the following sentences with the correct forms of the verbs given in brackets. Number 1. Great leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and Bhagat Singh fought for the independence of India. This has already been done. The British ruled over India for more than 2 centuries. Ruled. They followed the policy of divide and rule. They followed the policy of divide and rule for governance. They divided India into 2 nations before they left the country in 1947. So, they divided India into 2 nations before they left the country in 1947. Sri Lanka was also under the British rule for a long time. The country got its independence in 1948. The country got. On 21st July 1960, Sri Mavo Bandaranaike took office as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. We are going to do till here today. The last part is continued to the next page, which we will be doing tomorrow. Now a next slide with the next exercise which is given to you. Just see here. Radhika is awarded. What we have to do? Change the tense of the following passages into the simple past. Radhika is awarded the best student of the year. Radhika was awarded the best student of the year. She receives 12 books and a scholarship as prize. So she received 12 books and a scholarship as prize. Her parents feel very happy on her success. Here feel becomes felt. Her parents felt very happy on her success. Her friends congratulate her on this distinction. Her friends congratulated her on this distinction. Now number B. It is Monday. What will it be? It was Monday. Ali comes to the Providence School as a teacher for the first time. Ali came to the Providence School. Ali came to the Providence School as a teacher for the first time. The first person he meets in the school is George. So what will it be? The first person he met in the school is George. He appears much younger than his age. He appeared much younger than his age. Ali thinks he is a student. Ali thought he is a student. George smiles at Ali and takes him to the classroom. So George smiles will become smiled. George smiled at Ali and took him to the classroom. All the students stand up to greet George with a lot of enthusiasm. All the students stand up will be stood up to greet George with a lot of enthusiasm. He introduces Ali to his students. It will be he introduced Ali to his students. Ali discovers that George is also a teacher in the school. Here, discovers turns into discovered. Ali discovered that George is also a teacher in the school. They become friends. Here, they became friends. So, this is what is it? Number B. Now, number C there. Ria's first day at school is going very well. She finds that the school is much bigger than her previous one. So, Ria's first day at school was going on very well. She found that the school was much bigger than her previous one. During lunch, she explores the library. So during lunch, she explored the library and was happy to see her favorite books on the shelves. She was happy and was happy to see her favorite books on the shelves. Her classmates and teachers are very helpful. It will be her classmates and teachers were very helpful. They make sure she understands what is being taught. So they made sure she understood what was being taught. What was being taught. So that much in number C now. Now number D. The day after the storm is bright and sunny. So the day after the storm was bright and sunny. The leaves looked fresh and new. What will we write? The leaves looked fresh and new. Birds are singing and flying around their nests. So birds were singing and flying around their nests. The flowers in the garden seem more colorful. So the flowers in the garden seemed more colorful. Butterflies find their way to these flowers to collect nectar. So butterflies found their way to these flowers to collect nectar. So these are the two exercises which we are going to solve today, children. I hope you all have understood. Now let's just go for a recapitulation of what are the things we have done today. We have introduced ourselves to what is tense, what does tense mean to us in grammar, the three kinds of tenses, that is the present, past and future. What is past tense? What are we dealing with today in our chapter? The simple past tense, which is our main part of the chapter today. And here I have explained you all with many sentences what is simple past tense. And then we have solved these two exercises for our classwork. Okay, thank you children. Hope you all have enjoyed the class. And this is Aprajita ma'am speaking. Hope you all understood. This is Aprajita ma'am from Techno India Group Public School, Shiliguri. Thank you children.